Hello everyone, my name is PJ and this is my friend Tyler and welcome back to
2P Amnesia, Part 3.
Yep, so we just encountered the Cairn, which is like, I think the only time in the game where it appears.
Incorrect. There is one more time in the game.
Are you sure?
Now, of course, I'm going to stipulate I am Tyler, so I'm most likely wrong, but I do seem to recall in my mind that there is a part where you do go back down to a sewer, and you do see it, like stomping around. I swear.
Well, I know it comes up, but I think this is the only part of the game where it's a threat.
Okay.
Okay, well, I think what we gotta do first is you gotta run into this room. It knows where you are.
That is way too loud. Jesus.
Because it can't see you, it can only detect your movement through the water.
It's Tremors.
Pretty much, yeah.
Speaking of which, Tremors is a lot better movie than people give it credit for. Seriously.
Is there anything on these bookshelves that I want to grab before I pull this lever?
I like how they're nice enough to make the entire area bright just so that you don't go crazy.
Well, as soon as we pull this lever, it's going to activate a timed gate that we have to rush to.
Yeah.
So, here we go.
There
we
you go.
Bye, buddy.
Yeah, it's not really as hard as what it may seem.
Is this the place? Nope.
No.
Shit. But there's stuff in here.
Just a lot in them.
Just gonna jump right over him. That's cool.
Oh, you made it.
And then right in here.
Yeah.
And it just closes on its own right as soon as we get through it. But now there's another one in here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And this is where they want you to throw body parts to distract it. So, go get it. Fetch, boy.
Yeah, make sure you wait till it gets to the body before you go. Just throwing boxes at it.
Anything to distract it. I'm gonna carry this around with me.
I think that if you're touching the water, nothing you throw is going to distract it. But I could be wrong.
I just wanted to have it, because now we need to do this part where we do this whole valve thing.
It's pretty easy. Just put a box in front of the valve. That way you don't even call them.
I suppose I could do that.
Yeah.
Well, let me just wait till it gets over there.
Yeah. Yeah, just put a box in front of the valve and then just turn it that way. He's there.
He's not eating it, though.
I don't think he does eat it.
He was chewing on the other one.
Was he?
Maybe he only does that with torsos. Let's try again.
The only thing I want to know about the Cairn is, like...
There we go.
Why is it even here? What the hell even is it?
It's from another dimension.
Okay.
That does make this easier.
Yeah. I didn't know how to do it otherwise.
Okay.
Yeah, he's over there. We're good.
Here we go. No, you don't. Shit.
I don't know. Can he actually open the door?
I don't know.
Oh, no.
Shit. He's...
Okay,
Yeah,
there we
he
go.
can. He can knock down that door. Holy crap. Okay.
Yeah, the hollow needle. Oh, the hollow needle's so weird.
Because it wants you to lockpick this door with it.
No, the hollow needle is a weird item because it's so mundane. Like, it's a hollow needle. Like, it's a mundane thing. But you use it all the time. It's like the most useful item in this game. For some reason. And you just find it randomly here.
Okay, there's more water, but this part's just a chase sequence.
Yep, just run from it.
And
So you're better off not
and
even...
all the doors are paused. God, that is one angry monster.
Yeah. I'm interested to know like what his hitbox looks like, because obviously he has to have one programmed. Otherwise, you wouldn't know when you actually get attacked. Oh, that was good. You clipped through the ceiling.
I clipped through the ceiling.
If anyone's watched any speedruns of this game, you'll know that this game is this game is made of moist toilet paper. Okay, you can get through pretty much any wall with no effort. It's quick. Because the reason why it's so simple like that is because the game just doesn't expect you to get that high. Like most of these ceilings here are not solid.
Oh, there's gonna be another cutscene here real quick.
Yeah.
Cutscene complete.
Okay. I don't get the baby fountain. I've never gotten the baby fountain.
The weird spiny baby fountain with the sexy lady legs coming out the bottom of it. And for some reason the touch interaction thing comes up. You just splash it.
Yeah, I don't get the baby fountain.
I think maybe it heals you. Oh yeah, it restores your sanity.
Okay. So it's a sanity pool? I don't think having a baby throw up on your head is a very good way to cure your sanity.
Oh, you can lean. I forgot about that.
Okay.
But yeah, that thing is hideous. So yeah, new area, new doors to check out.
I mean, obviously the game wants you to go in that door. Obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, now a cutscene will play.
You have an ascending room. Will it take us to the inner sanctum?
It will definitely take care of the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can view the panorama.
Good. This ride might be a little longer, and in the other direction.
Okay, but oh. Are we done?
Yeah.
Okay. I had mentioned in between episodes that I was going to talk a little bit more about horror game design and what I view to be both valuable and invaluable to the... And wait, that means the same thing, doesn't it? And unvaluable to the experience. As far as I can know, the earliest example of a horror game would probably be Alone in the Dark, right?
What about Clock Tower on Super Nintendo or Famicom?
Well, what came first?
Alone in the Dark. I don't know. It might have been a PC game, but its first console port was I think it was on the 3DO.
Yeah, I believe that's true. Well, I'm going to say this. Alone in the Dark was one of those ones that it really built the third-person horror genre. Because even today, when they release third-person horror games, they tend to be built in that same little style with the set camera angles and all that stuff, awkward controls. Resident Evil basically took... You played Resident Evil on your channel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you not watch it?
No, I watched it. I just, for some reason, it left my memory that you had played it. You played it twice, actually, yeah, because you played...
I played it 3 times.
3 times, okay. Dang. You must have really loved that game.
I did. It was really fun.
Uh-huh.
Except Chris's toy. Anyway, note.
Note.
Letter regarding the discovery of an orb. To my most trusted student and friend, Johann Weyer. The most remarkable thing happened as I was traveling to the Prussian woods this summer. I finally found one of the orbs I have been looking for the last 20 years. It is as inexplicable as the Heliodromus described it in the Hortus Conclusus. It was as it was told about, an underground Mithraic temple crowned with the unearthly artifact. The orb was big enough to fill my cupped hands, and the texture was smooth and jagged, its color washed while rich. Contrast is not enough to describe its nature. It was an impossibility, an artificial paradox captured within stone.
That has to be one of the most poetic things written in this game.
I was staying in a nearby village called Alstadt, investigating one of the antiquated trails. When I... Antiquated?
Antiquated.
Antiquated trails. When I finally found the cavern. I went inside and suddenly I could verify the truth of these enigmatic artifacts. They were real. As you can understand, this is the most important discovery of my life, but has also become my greatest fear. As I entered the underground chamber, I could feel that I was trespassing. Because of my curiosity, I did my best to fight these instincts and fetch the orb from its place. I scrambled out of the chamber and into the woods. I could sense something was following me. It bayed loudly as it closed in. The beast, this guardian of the orb, was relentless in its pursuit. I made my way to a nearby ravine where I stumbled upon some men fishing in the lake. I tried to warn them as I passed, but fortunately they remained as I continued my escape. When I heard their cry of pain echo through the valley, I felt such a tremendous sense of relief, thinking I would be spared. Suddenly a blue shimmering light engulfed me, and the colors of the forest were washed away before my eyes. I kept running to the bleak surroundings. The trees had turned charcoal black with leaves of cinder, the ground covered in murky water. I pressed on to the drenched land as the glowing ember gave way to the rising wind and rained on me. I could hear pleading screams in the distance, and I joined in as pain and fear overtook me. I fell to the ground, gasping for air. This certainly must sound strange, but I had been carried miles away across the Alps to a grassy field outside Genoa. The Guardian had taken the orb from me, but still until this day I fear its return. Sometimes I lay awake at night listening for the howling cry I heard in the forest. It has been nearly a decade since that day, and I still haven't been able to write about the incident. The last time we spoke, you told me about your interest in ongoing research into the mythic orbs, and I realized I owed you the truth about my visit to Austadt. Your friend and mentor, Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. So, this is the guy who denied ever going to Austadt. So, it was him. And he was looking for an orb, found one, and lost it. Because its guardian took it from him, and also didn't kill him in the process.
One thing, wasn't Agrippa a real person?
Cornelius Agrippa?
Yeah.
I think so,
Yeah.
because he's mentioned in Harry Potter's lore.
Yes, I believe he was a real person, which is interesting that they did that. But back on the subject of horror design, do you feel that poor controls are an integral part of the horror genre? Or do you feel it's kind of silly that's a thing that people say?
The poor controls are pretty much just meant to feel more hopeless, but there are ways to do that without handicapping the player.
And how would you do that exactly? What, just make resources a little more scarce, or?
No, I mean just in the way the game is played. Like, normal people have the ability to, like, move a bit more swiftly than they do in Resident Evil with the tank controls. Which, I don't mind tank controls if they're done well. Croc is a 3D platform that did tank controls very well.
I'm in the same boat as you. I feel tank controls, they have their place, is a good way of putting it, right?
Yeah, we see this creepy-ass room with all the taxidermy practice. Yeah.
Let's see what you have to offer. What a mess. I should have sharpened the saw, but I can sense it. It's definitely there.
What are you doing?
Extra credit for shop class.
Oh boy. Well, that was something. Oh, there was a note on the table though back there, wasn't there?
Was there?
Yeah. Oh no, it wasn't. It was just the land. Oh no, there it is.
Here
Yeah,
it is.
I was
Okay.
right.
Animal experiment. Canis lupus familiaris.
So, dog familiar. Okay.
Okay, it's a dog. 1658, April 12th. After a short study, it is clear the agitation found among humans can be found in the dog. Fear and pain induce stress, which seems to trigger an endogenous response, causing the animal to burst with energy. I believe that the catalyst is produced in the brain. It is difficult to determine exactly where and what it is, but I can sense it. It reeks of cosmic genesis.
Oh.
There is an inherent problem in harvesting this energy, since the creature is bound to die from the exercise. I must refine this process of torture to enable any real work to be done. More experiments must be performed, but it seems that only human beings are able to produce the amount necessary. It might be their ability to appreciate the severity of the process that ultimately augments their experience of terror. So basically, he was using animals to find a way to torture people as much as possible without killing them.
That's what I don't understand. Like, energy? What does he need energy for?
It's explained later, but I might as well just say it right now, because who cares? He needs the energy in order to ward off the darkness.
Oh.
That's what the rituals are for.
But
It's kind of like that one SCP, or that it's attracted to pain.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the weird penis statues that everyone likes talking about and making fun of.
Well, I mean, most indie horror seems to kind of go towards the whole nudity thing for males. Which I guess makes sense.
Yeah, Outlast did it.
Yeah.
Anatomy Frontiers, 1658 January 9th. Further disappointment. The antiquarian's latest findings yielded nothing. I'm still unable to grasp the inner workings of life and its relation to the power I sense within it. I shall pursue more books in the subject, but I suspect it will be in vain. Since no research has been made in my particular interest, I must attempt to fill that void myself. Clearly humans emanate more of the energy I seek, but I hope animals will suffice, as they would prove less of a hassle to acquire. And they turned out not to. They don't emit enough energy.
I know that painting changes at some point.
Well, here's the thing. This is a painting of Alexander, and if your sanity is low, its face changes to look more demonic. Mm-hmm. Which is supposed to be a hint.
You had mentioned in between episodes before you wanted to talk about your first moments with Resident Evil 4.
No.
No?
Silent Hill 4.
Silent Hill 4. Sorry, my fault. Hey, I made a mistake. No big deal, man. Come on.
There's a big difference.
Silent Hill 4. Yes.
Yeah. First time I played Silent Hill 4, that was my first Silent Hill. I thought it was so fucking terrifying. Like, especially the apartment segment.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people come... Oh.
Yeah. The screen started shaking and it made me move slower. It screwed up my jump. Like, literally mid-jump, my trajectory was slowed. That makes no sense.
Well, if you stumbled in the air, that can happen, right? No.
Whatever. At least there's literally no penalty for death.
Yep.
Yeah, but all that shaking was the darkness appearing outside, following us still.
I don't know why it has such a hard time getting into the building. Like, you'd think it would just come in, but it doesn't.
And this is some weird artifact that Alexander uses to record his memories. When will it be my turn? Have I not shown restraint? My patience spans centuries. From where I came, mankind has not even wasted a breath, yet I bow to you. I have done so much for you and I have gained nothing in return. Agrippa, I trusted you. It was I who in all fairness should have entered that gate. Yeah, so that was pretty much your proof that Alexander is immortal.
Yep.
And apparently he was working for Agrippa.
Agrippa. Jeez. This game. No, but... oh, there's still another note. Okay.
Elevator machine instructions. If the elevator breaks down again, make sure to use the steam engine to build up pressure before channeling it into the machinery. Adjust the levers to get the right amount of pressure inside the chamber. The meters should read up 8 and down 8. Make sure the flow is set according to the following chart. Trinity steam set functions, 4-phase amplitude, and complete steam flow cycle. Note that the machine will not check proper configuration until all rods are inserted.
Yeah, and it's a whole lot of complicated nonsense for a very simple puzzle.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing you need to be told is the up 8, down 8 part.
Yeah.
Because the rest of it is so stupidly simple a kindergartner could figure it out. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's a kindergarten puzzle.
But in regards to, in regards to Silent Hill 4 and its scariness level, I'll agree with you. I think 4 is definitely one of the scariest games in the franchise. Just, especially with the whole thing about going back to your room over and over and seeing the stuff that happens. I especially remember the, what's going on?
This is a very finicky window. There's weird hitboxes all over the place, and when I move forward, I slide.
So
see?
so the geometry is a little off.
Yeah.
Okay. But the whole like ghosts coming through your wall in the apartment, that stuff got me real bad.
Let's not say too much.
Yeah.
Because I do intend to play that game.
Oh, of course. But that's gonna be a ways off though.
Okay, we got one of the cycle rods, so we're pretty much done in this hallway. But one of the rods, Trinity rods? No, I think they all have different names.
So how far off are we from the midpoint of the game, would you say?
I couldn't even tell you. I think the part with the suspension bridges is the halfway point of the game. And I don't even know how close we are to that part.
Okay. Because right now it's just basically our entire point right now is to go around and find the 3 rods. That's basically what we need to get. The flow, the 4 cycle, and the 3 cycle.
My journal's gone. What would they want with my journal?
That was a weird flashback.
That's kind of odd. What would they want with this journal?
Who's they?
Well, the only other people living in this castle when Daniel was staying here was Alexander and all of his monstrous servants.
2nd of July, 1839. I received a letter today from the Algerian governor's office disclosing the fate of Herbert's expedition. About a week after my departure, Abdullah, one of the men traveling with us, returned from the desert. He was badly injured, as if maimed by a lion. The man rambled deliriously about the expedition being attacked by something horrible. The French quickly dispatched a search party to look for the expedition. After searching for days, they found the camp abandoned without any trace of Herbert or his men. Tomorrow, I'll retrieve the things they recovered from Herbert's tent at the customs house. I don't know what to make of it, but I'm worried for him.
You know, Daniel has a much deeper voice than I expect him to have. Like, how old is Daniel?
I don't know, 27, 30-ish, something like that.
At the very least, I like how horror as a genre allows developers to have a real wide range of types of main characters, you know? Because you're not...
Yeah, because you're never going to see a character like, what was his name from Silent Hill 2? Just Billy?
Billy? Oh, you mean the fat guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll never see a character like him in like a JRPG or anything.
No, but he was actually, you know, prominent character with a lot of problems. And he was a very interesting character, too.
Third of July, 1839. Today I picked up Herbert's things at the customs house. I dug through the trove of documents he had carried and found a log detailing the expedition. The nature of this text ranged from quick notes to colourful accounts of transpired events. I skimmed the pages, trying to figure out what might have happened. May 17th, the day I was trapped inside the orb chamber, Herbert dryly states, "Recovered Daniel after 1 hour of entrapment." This confused me greatly. I was suffocating within minutes. How could I have lasted an hour? I continued reading the peculiar text. Herbert states his facts without judgment or passion, but suddenly I could read frustration into his text. He pushed his men to investigate the underground tomb, an effort which seems to have strained the minds of his men. Madness spread through the ranks, and Herbert had to take some extreme measures to continue. He finally visits the chamber himself, where he retrieves the orb to the surface. His account confuses me greatly. If he has the orb, what are those pieces in my drawing room?
I don't understand.
I don't remember that part.
And here's a question, right? What does the orb even do?
It's pretty vague.
And like,
It's basically a Deus Ex Machina. It does whatever you want it to do, because it does a few different things.
oh, it's a crystal coconut.
From Donkey Kong?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Okay. Oh gosh, was that series really as bad as everyone says it was?
I don't know. Some people like it, mainly for the singing.
Well, whoever voiced Donkey Kong in that series is a great singer, but
crowbar. You stick it in,
This is so
and then
dumb.
you grab it, and
And then you just can't use it anymore.
well, you can. Oh, no, you're not.
Please, let it be here.
Yeah, because he broke the end off of it, so it's no longer a crowbar. It's like, whatever.
Yeah. So basically, that flashback is just to tell you that there is a key hidden somewhere.
4th of July, 1839. It's done. The orb is assembled. I was awakened by an exhausting nightmare. Shaking and sweating, I retired to the drawing room with a cup of tea. The relic pieces lay spread across the table as I'd left them, but somehow I knew how it was supposed to be. I fetched the tar, which I had prepared to fix the pieces together, and without fault I joined them, producing the orb I remembered so clearly. The tar proved unnecessary. It was pushed out from the joining pieces as they merged on their own, with no adhesive. The ancient stone relic now rests on my table. Its immaculate surface and perfect shape could have been molded by a factory. This is all too strange.
And then he was inhabited by an ancient Egyptian pharaoh who sent a school bully to the Shadow Realm. Yep, but here's the key.
How did he place the key like
There
that?
it is. I guess it is a good place to hide it then.
Yeah, but I have a reason for closing that door.
Yep, there it is.
Yep.
Yeah, and this is the one moment where you actually do need to hide.
Well, not really. You could just let it kill you. And I'll probably despawn it.
I don't think it does in this case. Why don't you give it a shot?
Yeah, but in this game, monsters have an extra sense. They can feel when they're being looked at. So if you look at them for too long, they'll spot you. Is he gone? Yeah, but they don't care if they see you, like, doing this.
Yeah, they don't really care, no.
They only care about living things.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. He didn't stick around long.
Oh, it's in a jar. Okay. Why would you put a key in a jar?
Well, here's the machine room key.
Alright, well, that's pretty close to the end of the episode.
Yeah, that's a good place to stop. So William Smith had been marked. There was no way for him to know that the young man from the other day cast such a terrible shadow. Yeah, I was talking about one of the people that got killed by the shadow shortly after Daniel found the orb. Because people he knew started getting targeted. Yep, so thank you all so very much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because we really appreciate it. If you want to support us on Patreon, there'll be an end card at the end of the video and a link in the description below, alongside links to our social media and Tyler's Twitch account.
I hope you come and see me.
So, we'll see you all in the next video. Ape Escape. This is one of my favorite PS1 games of all time. Maybe not one of my top 10 favorite games of all time, but definitely one of my top 10 favorite PS1 games. I love this game so fucking much.